It's me, Courtney Francois, and toxic situations and toxic relationships. That is what we're going to talk about. How toxic shit is not for you, how you need to walk away, how it can and will affect your life later on, after being in it for so long and dealing with it. So let us hop into this conversation and talk about what not to do and what not to deal with. Hey y'all. So today we are going to talk about toxic relationships and dealing or getting over a toxic relationship. So I was in a toxic relationship. I've never really dealt with anything like that before, but that shit can get real. It can fuck you up. So my ex, he had been in a toxic relationship before. I feel like he is the toxic person. I feel like you are the X factor. I don't know too much about his ex, but I know they used to fight and have plenty arguments and plenty beefs, and she'd push him down some stairs and he'd break his leg and they would fight and all this extra stuff. And I never had fights with guys. I had never been through a whole bunch of arguing, and I never really argued with a guy at all my relationships have been pretty smooth. Then we got a relationship and it was plenty arguing, it was plenty fighting, it was real deal. It was plenty of me trying to snatch him across tables, and it was a whole bunch of stuff. And I told him before, like, dog, I never been in a toxic relationship. I never had to fight anybody. I never even argued in relationships. I'm like, I don't know what she been through before. I know you've been through this before. So to me, you are that toxic motherfucker. And I believe you're a narcissist. But narcissists, they're gonna try and flip it on you and play the victim and no, you're the problem. Like, I don't think so. I think I'm pretty normal. All my exes still talk to me. They all still wouldn't mind dating me. They're all still friends with me. So, and most of your exes, they hate the sight of you. They damn near give you the death stare when they see you. So, I mean, hey, between you and I think you're the problem. But dealing with a toxic relationship, I mean, it can break a person, per se. It can make a person just be toxic themselves. And whatever relationship they try to get into after that, they will be toxic and they'll fuck that person up or just hit that person with some super negative energy. Or it can not really affect you. I mean, it affected me to a point, but it didn't make me, I'm not a toxic person. I'm not out here trying to fuck people up. I'm not out here looking to be mean or negative to the next person. And I also don't look at guys like they ain't shit now because of one person. I know some people, it definitely changed their mindset and they just think everybody ain't shit, and that's not the case. I mean, every person is a different person. So he probably wasn't shit, but I'm not definitely going to push that on the next guy or push anything from that experience onto the next guy. So when dealing with a toxic relationship and trying to get over it, most of the time you just need time. You need plenty time. So we broke up in 2017, but we kept messing around up until January. So for me, it's like starting over every time. It's like starting over and over. So now it's like starting over all over again. And it's like being single. Like I just now got single. And the way he deals with it, he goes from person to person. He moves from person to person, female to female. And I should have known there was something wrong with him in the beginning, because in the very beginning, maybe like a month or two in, he felt like he was in love. I mean, but I am that type of person who could definitely be in love with me because I'm the bomb. But anyway, he felt like he was in love and that I was his best friend. Maybe like a month in. And I was finna break up with him then. And I should have, because I was like, you in love and you think I'm your best friend? I'm like, you know me like that to think I'm your best friend. And even after 4 years of being together, he still don't know me. And then after breaking up and seeing him interact with other chicks, every other chick after he thought was his best friend and he thought he was in love. And I was like, oh, well goddamn it, there it is right there. Something's fucking wrong with you. Every chick you meet, you think it's your best friend, and you think you in love with all of them, each one. You don't even know them. You just like you didn't know me. You don't know, just because somebody makes you feel good or y'all have some type of little connection does not mean that they're your soulmate. It does not mean that they're your best friend. It does not mean that y'all are in love. Y'all can just simply be super cool. simply be super cool. I mean, goddamn, it just, please, if you want them people, I need you to take your time. It does not mean that person is your soulmate or you're in love or they're your best friend. Just calm down. Calm down. So after being out of our relationship and seeing him interact with other females like that, I was like, okay, dude obviously has a problem. And me, I've just been taking my time, slowly trolling, doing nothing. I mean, I guess working and taking care of my kids. That's like the main focus for me. So it's like I try to date, but not really. I guess I really don't. It's like I might meet people, do a little bit of texting, but I don't really go out on dates. I don't do too much of anything. Yeah. So, within these couple months, I felt like I was angry at first. Like I said, we stopped talking in January, and I was angry at first. There was a lot of other stuff that went down, and I was upset, but then I felt like I was over it. I wasn't thinking about it. Everything was cool. I was just living my life. But within the past couple weeks, I have been feeling some feelings of anger. I don't know why my mind has been clouded with, I don't know, that hindsight type shit. Just thinking of all the unloyal moments, all the moments you should have dipped out, all the different signs that you weren't paying attention to. It's like, God damn it, Courtney, what the fuck? Why weren't you, why? What were you doing? Like, it was so clear. What was your problem? And like I said, mainly thinking of just all the bogus shit that was done. So lately I've been feeling a whole bunch of anger. I've been feeling a lot of anger, and I don't even want to say anger because I haven't really been angry, but it's just I'm not understanding why these thoughts are clouding my mind. These thoughts of these thoughts of all the unloyal situations, fucked up situations, all the fucked up things that were done. I don't know why these things are coming to my mind right now, and I would appreciate if they would go away. So I try to meditate them away. I try to get rid of these thoughts, but it's gonna take time, I guess, so that's why I say people really shouldn't just hop into a relationship after, because motherfucker ain't really over it. I mean, you done been through some shit, especially if it's been some years of some toxic shit. It's not gonna be out of your system within a couple months. I mean, if it was some years that you went through it. So it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. So I guess right now I'm in the process of taking my time, but I don't know, the fact that these thoughts just going through my head, this type of shit made me just want to send a whole bunch of fucked up text messages. It made me go bang on somebody's door. It makes me feel some type of way. I feel feelings of wanting to fuck people up. I feel feelings of wanting to fuck people up. That's exactly what I feel. I feel like a whole bunch of people need the shit slapped out of them for a lot of situations that happen. That's exactly how I feel. And I text him that one day. I mean, in the very beginning, when we stopped talking around January, it was a couple of nights. Plenty of nights I'll be at work and I'll just text him like, fuck you. Send a whole bunch of middle fingers. Text him and say, I wish I could slap the shit out of you and her. Or it was a couple of different females involved in situations. It was a couple of females I want to slap the shit out of. I felt like they needed the shit slapped out of them. And I definitely text them all these text messages. And now we have a couple of different things with custody and things like that, and it feels like these text messages are going to be used against me. But in court, when it comes to custody, fellas, I want you to understand the judge doesn't really care about you getting cursed out. They don't care about that. They care about the well-being of the child, and are y'all communicating about the children? Are the children being taken care of? So if she takes you every day and say fuck you and she hates you, that's not going to hold up in court. Like, look, judge, she say she hate me every day and be like, fuck, it doesn't matter. So I need y'all to understand that doesn't matter at all. So I stopped with those messages. I did that for a couple nights, and I was like, no, we're not gonna use this energy in the wrong type of way. We're gonna try and flip this energy, and we're gonna try and put it into our meditation, put it into our work, put it into our juices, put this energy into our children. So I have put this energy into a whole bunch of different networks, but still, the thoughts of all the fucked up shit that has went on are still clouding my mind. And it's like I said, I wasn't thinking of any of these things for a couple months, and the fact that all this stuff is just randomly making its way forward in my mind, I just don't understand why it's happening. So when dealing with a toxic situation or getting out of a toxic situation, it takes time. It takes meditation. It takes you diving deep into yourself and finding yourself and learning to re-know yourself, trying to understand and get to know yourself again, because ultimately you lost yourself in that situation. I mean, even the fact that you stayed in it and dealt with it, you lost bits and pieces of yourself, and now you were trying to really rebuild yourself up to who you were and before any of that even happened. So right now, I guess I'm in the rebuilding phase. I'm going through the hindsight phase of seeing the things that I didn't see. And when you're in these situations, do not just try to see the best in the person. That's what gets you fucked up. Trying to see the best in people. I mean, we could always find the best in anybody. We could find the best in the worst thing, but that is what will get you fucked up. If it's a bad situation, it's a bad situation. It's not, well, you know, sometimes he's cool. You know, he helps with the bills. I mean, he's not a cheater. I mean, we get along sometimes. You know, we cool. We have good sex. Like, you know, those are not things. Those are not the things. I mean, if a person is just not good all the way around and you have more issues and more problems than you have more good things, then there's really no reason to stay. Even if you have children. I know my issue was, I said if I had children with somebody else that I would marry him. So after we had a kid, it was more like me trying to stick to my word. Like, well, you said if you had a kid with somebody else, you was going to marry him. So here the fuck you are. Stick to it. And I did. I mean, and I made it to an engagement. We were about to get married. And I called it off. Like, after sitting around really thinking about it, like, Courtney, are you really finna spend your life like this? You finna sit around for the rest of your life with a mean husband, somebody just want to treat you any type of way and yell at you, and is that really how you finna spend your life? Like, are you used to think you was the bomb. You used to think you was Courtney Francois. Like, what the fuck has happened? And after having a conversation with myself, it was like, you know what? You're right. And I guess I used to have self-doubts about having 3 kids. Like, oh, I ain't nobody want to date nobody with 3 kids. Like, man, I got all these children now. And I got to hop back out in the dating world. Like, god damn, who has time for that? But then I sat and thought about it again. Like, man, this chick's out here with like 5 kids that got a good man. Like, man, so if she could get a man, and she a hoe. So if she could get a good man, I know I can, because I'm the bomb. So, if anything, you cannot doubt yourself. You cannot sit there and abuse yourself and say the most negative things to yourself. You have to always think of the positive when it comes to you and know how to save yourself and dip out of these situations. I mean, it's only going to slowly but surely kill you. I mean, stress and being unhappy, and it's going to make you look all old. And I still look young. I could definitely be looking like 40 right now just from stress and unhappiness. So, toxic situations, try to get out of them as soon as you notice it's toxic. I mean, it may seem like it's bomb, or maybe y'all can work it out, or maybe things will get better. But if shit is not getting better, shit is still toxic, still a whole bunch of fights and, you know, snatching each other up and yelling and, you know, especially arguing and stuff in front of the kids and fighting in front of the kids, just let it go. It's like, you know what, this is not working for us. And it's crazy because I tried to break up with him a couple times. I tried to break up with him once in the beginning, and he started crying, and I was like, that was before we even had a child. I was like, damn, okay. And then that's where I fucked up. It was like I tried to end it, and I really should have just stuck to my guns, and I didn't. You know, trying to have motherfucking emotions. No, you need to take stuff for what it is and for what you see, and stop trying to find. If you really got to search for the good stuff in a situation, it's not good. If you really got to search for it, so just leave it alone. It's not for you. Let it go. Let it be for somebody else and let them deal with that. So that was all I had to say about toxic situations and toxic relationships. They're not for you. You need to let them go. Don't stay in it just because, or just because you really think you like them and y'all can work it out and maybe y'all are meant to be. No, you're not. It's a world full of people. And that's what you gotta think. It's a world full of people. Billions of people, fam. That one person, they ain't for you. So just let it go. Go re-heal yourself. Go refine yourself. And try again. So right now, I'm healing and finding myself. And eventually, I'll try again, I guess. I mean, I meet people. I know people. Sooner or later, I'll date somebody, I guess. So, thanks you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If y'all been in toxic situations, tell me about it. You know, if y'all got advice for other people in toxic situations, comment below. And I'll be back with another video later. Bye.